She experiences a very upsetting journey. I believe he suffers from each loss. He doesn't laugh about that. Otherwise, why would he be so enraged at the people he has lost along the way? Too many widows and orphans are being created by us. We won't be producing anything. It becomes a serious issue. They're our obligation. That makes them our shortcoming. We're attempting to safeguard individuals, yet entirely it's extremely perilous. You're being targeted by bandits, the outside world, and nature. On this journey, you can't take that person with you or save everyone. Thomas sees life clearly. We are doing our best. We are putting ourselves at risk. Dislike we're resting at work. We cry a ton as settlers, and we lament a great deal since we couldn't say whether we will make do. I think we had enough from Scher's power, and afterward the unadulterated rationale that things are going more terrible and more regrettable and more awful. Joseph wants to confront him and stand up for himself. We are still dying despite being forced to leave everything behind. You are in charge. We are not the leaders of your people. That's what you do. You are simply not doing it. But you ought to begin. I believe Joseph is carrying that burden because he wants to safeguard his people and is a natural leader. However, it makes struggle for him. We ought to make a move. We want to deal with something first. We had a problem when someone stole our food, which is a different kind of disaster for immigrants. Joseph and the thief get into a fight. Risa sees that he could be bested to death and she chooses to step in and she hammers the criminal. It merely demonstrates their mutual protection and their willingness to do whatever it takes to safeguard their loved ones. Elsa is experiencing passionate feelings for this young fellow, really. Action. By this point, Elsa and I could converse with one another as young women. She regards me as a person. That young woman had no idea what sex was at the time, but she's always been interested in it because it's everywhere, so she just decides to try it. This is the greatest defining moment in Ennis and Elsa's relationship in the story. It is here that Ennis begins to mature into a man, and I sense the passing of childhood and adolescence. Margaret, recognizing that they were together, I'm recently amazed. She's unfortunate of her folks' response, particularly her mom's. There are tasks associated with each option. Do you understand? She maintains her position rather than feeling ashamed. It is stunning. Presently, don't think twice about it. Elsa is that. Her character tenacity is quite remarkable. She won't permit individuals to get rid of her. I do have a moment of envy for her. Want nothing more than to experience the world through your eyes. Yet, whenever you have encountered life and you've seen things and you've seen the harm, you've seen the torment, you've experienced it, you realize it won't stand the test of time. He is deeply affected. From here, it's an alternate Ennis and it's an unexpected Elsa in comparison to we've seen previously. Ennis immediately accepts Elsa's declaration that they are getting married. James assaults Ennis on the grounds that he figures out what occurred among Elsa and I, and he's being a defensive dad. He believes that I'm only interested in one thing, that I don't love her, and that I'll just leave her and hurt her someday. Also, that is not where I'm at. I tell him at this point that if she loves me, I'm going to take her. It is possible that you acknowledge us and comprehend what we have, or I will remove her from you and you won't see us once more. Also, I believe that is the defining moment. That is the way you inquire. I ain't asking nothing. That is when James truly comprehends who I am and what I feel for his girl. You are escaping with my heart. You better make it like an egg. Sure, sir. The thief stated that they have been following them throughout the episode, which has led to a serious issue. It is clear that there ought to be exactly a technique or want to safeguard everybody on the train on the grounds that a great many people don't have the foggiest idea how to battle and don't have any idea how to utilize weapons. Their master plan involves using Risa as a bait. She is a very kind, gentle woman, but she knows that she might have to take on the role of leader, which she didn't necessarily choose for herself. She is definitely broken in numerous ways, but it also demonstrates how far she is willing to go for others. We realized there would have been a second we'd come up on some, and we realized that danger was approaching. We at last come to that second, and Ennis has a brief moment to go with a choice. That is yours. Do you have a pistol? My saddle luggage. Eliminate it.